Good morning and happy Sunday. If you are watching now, welcome to the Mrs. Best Reviews channel. We are here this Sunday morning to go over Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. The last episode was episode 5 of season 13, titled The Tight Faces of ATL. I know I saw some parts of this episode make the shade room on social media and all of that, which surprises me. I'm like, people are still watching this show, which is a good thing. I encourage everybody to see the link in the description of this video. There is a link to James's channel, the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel. We generally collaborate on so many lives, various shows across both of our channels, but he did have surgery, so he is not back on YouTube full time yet, but feel free to subscribe. But let's get into the episode, y'all. So it starts with Bambi meeting with Kirk and Rashida. And they want to talk about their issues because Bambi didn't just diss Spice and her little 11 diss or whatever the hell it was. She dissed pretty much the whole cast. So I'm honestly kind of confused and surprised to see her still on the show. But she explains to Rashida and Kirk, like, y'all claim to have been my friends, but then when it comes to Spice, you was laughing at me and stuff publicly, which they were. But my thing with that is I feel like Bambi's made this diss more than it is. Like, she's the one that put out a random diss track dissing people that really wasn't doing nothing to her at that time. And then when the person she diss claps back, she's upset and damn near wanting to fight. I just don't understand it. Like, does she not know how rap beef works? So I feel like Bambi needs to let this go. But that's just me. Bambi does say to Kirk that she knows he has not screwed 11 different women. I say, yes, he has. We've seen him attempt to cheat with at least 11 different women on this damn show. I can't. I don't understand why some of the cast members, and I feel like Bambi's one of them, like, Bambi for the most part is stand on her own and stuff, but it seemed like when it comes to the Frost, like, she's willing to just be a little quiet, submit a little bit. And I don't understand why, because Rashida and Kirk are loyal to nobody but themselves. But the Frost and Bambi end up making peace. I didn't understand why the hell Jock's wife needed to be there. I really don't care for her on the show. Talking about, y'all can talk about this. Like, shut up, Kendra. Figure out why you married a man that got how many kids? Figure that out. Moving forward, you guys, Erica Banks and Ashley, Zane's wife, decide to go visit a plastic surgeon, which irritated me. Erica Banks, just because you want to look like you are one injection away of just busting wide open from the inside out, doesn't mean that everybody else wants plastic surgery. I don't like that. If someone chooses to have surgery because they want it, fine. But when you choose to have surgery and then you go to get a consultation for your surgery with somebody who, in my opinion, is botched, just my opinion, like, it looks a little odd. So Ashley, who is beautiful, says that she wants to get new titties. And even the surgeon, like, usually they're like, okay, because I've watched a lot of plastic surgery shows, they be telling their patients, like, I could see where the breast has fallen and you could use a lift. This doctor said none of that to Ashley. He was like, I mean, nothing's wrong with them. They look good in their natural state, but, you know, if that's what you want. Like, the doctor literally said to her, like, you don't need this, but I'm about my bag. So if you want it, I'm going to do it. I don't know. I just thought it was odd that she didn't talk to her husband first. And it's not about, because I know a lot of you ignorant bitches, I'm saying what I'm saying, will try to lean into feminism in like a negative light that ruins it for the rest of us. And personally, if you're married and you want to have surgery, yes, it's your body, your choice, but you better fucking consult with the person that's going to have to take care of you while you're healing, which is usually your husband. And she has one. So I'm looking at her. I'm like, you should have at least told that man that you was going to go talk with the doctor. Like, why wouldn't you tell him? And I always tell people who are married, because I'm married myself, be careful taking advice or suggestions from people who are not married, whether they're in a relationship or not, because they don't always give the best advice or understand. And Erica meant no harm and was there to support her friend. So I'm not even mad at Erica Banks, right? But like that girl should have talked to her husband, and a friend that understands the sanctity of marriage or has wife capabilities will understand that, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. If y'all feel different, let me know. But we move on to Shakira's crazy ass and Mama D. So for some reason, Shakira is out with Mama D. And Shakira's baby mama number 3, the baby mama that Scrappy got from a threesome. He basically slept with her after knocking her friend down a couple minutes sooner, which is crazy to me. Now, Shakira starts informing Mama D that Scrappy likes booty calls. I just can't imagine calling my mother-in-law and being like, Kathy, your son like to hit it at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, who? What? Huh? Why would you do that? That's so weird. I don't understand this, but this is probably why this girl is baby mama number 3 and the least respected baby mama of them all. Because Erica and Scrappy had a thing from high school to adulthood and made their little baby. Bambi and Scrappy, I mean, she was a side chick upgraded to wife, but at least she became a wife. Shakira, no, I just can't. I cannot with her. But Miss Charlene, Rashida's mama, pops up with Jasmine, Kirk's baby mama. The baby mama that Kirk was hiding in an apartment he told Rashida was an office seasons ago. The baby mama of the child that Kirk was barely claiming seasons ago. The baby mama of Kirk that Jock was worried if it was his baby at first because he had hit that too. All while he was married to Rashida, Charlene's daughter. And Charlene fixes herself to walk into the building on television with the woman who made a baby with her daughter's husband while they were still married. Rashida is the only person required to forgive Kirk if that's what she wants, because that's her husband. But I feel like I would never talk to my mama again, because why the fuck are you entertaining the baby mama? Now, be kind to the baby. It's okay to say hi and bye. And I also kind of feel like this was either for the show or Miss Charlene was the one dropping off the baby that Kirk has with Jasmine back and forth, because Rashida probably didn't want to deal with that, and she probably didn't trust Kirk too. I don't know what's going on. Regardless, I don't like that she walked in with it. I didn't feel like it was like an iconic moment or any of that. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I want Mama D to go and get together some more twigs and brush and twigs and leaves and whatever else, and I want her to make a nest for Miss Charlene again. I don't like this. But Mama D does admit that she feels her son is terrible and that she owes Bambi an apology, which I agree she does. There's no reason to attack the mother of, your grandkids, regardless of if it's your blood or somebody else. So I'm glad Mama D admitted that. But Miss Charlene, you could go to hell talking about Jasmine's your friend. You are old enough to be Jasmine's grandmother. What the fuck do y'all talk about together? What do y'all have in common? What is she crying to you about how she sat on it while your daughter was at home cooking dinner? Like, I can't. Some stuff is like too far for TV. I feel like this is part of it. But the Frosts are just not, they're not doing well with their platform right now. Like, and it's sad because Rashida and Kirk, they come off as if they think that like people respect Rashida. She's a joke. If her numbers are high with the music, it's because people are like, this is what the fuck she does. What the hell? And then you got the daughter, Kelsey. Her man just died. Now the family's accusing her of setting them up, and Rashida and Kirk's sons are involved. I'm like, what's going on with the Frosts? Y'all need to take a little time out from TV. Just a little time out. Handle your stuff, because we already don't like y'all. And then you add all this controversy. It's not going to help. It's not going to help. That's just my opinion. Moving forward from the foolery to more foolery, we then meet the baby mama of London on the track, which was weird. And did anybody else notice how Shakira's eyes got so big? Because she's like, oh, he's bigger than Scrappy. Shakira needs to go somewhere with them cheap ass baby hairs and that wig. I just cannot with her. I can't. But I'm wondering why the baby mama for London on the track is here. I'm confused on why she's working in a strip club. I'd also like to know, because he has several baby mamas, is this the angry, bitter baby mama that almost lost custody of the kid that she had with him and was attacking Summer Walker on the internet for no apparent reason? I'm curious. And it's a damn shame I even have to ask, because people should not have this many baby mamas and baby daddies. But, it is what it is. But maybe they're going to incorporate her in the show. I didn't quite understand it. She was just kind of there. Uh, I don't know. We will see. Atlanta is definitely small, and I'm glad I don't live there. Now we see Bambi meet with Rayface, another controversial couple that I've been clocked this tea. James has clocked this tea with me in our previous lives when we met Rayface in the last season. I'll say this. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm saying he's a smart guy. And the reason why I say this is because Bambi and Rayface ain't even barely been together a full year. It went from promise ring to engagement real quick. And I think the only reason is because she says she will not have sex until she's married again. She's trying to learn her lesson from thought and plotting, which I'm not mad at. But I feel like he just wants the coochie. And so he's like, let me put a ring on it. And annulment ain't never been nothing. I feel like that's the sole reason why they got engaged. And now we're starting to see cracks because apparently these two have been arguing. And she says the honeymoon stage is over. Honey, if you're in the first 5 years of your relationship, in my opinion, you should still be in the honeymoon stage. And if you're not, then that's not the person that you're meant to be with forever. But people be trying to force some shit that's not meant to be. But it sounds like she's also complaining about the time they have together. Now, separate from her. I don't trust a lot of what I see on Facebook, so I have to hear that from Bambi's mouth herself. However, if you get with a person who lives in another state, which he did, you have to understand that they're going to be traveling. Bambi is probably used to being able to chase and follow men around with her and her hooves, as Mama D used to call it. But now Bambi has 3 small children. And I feel like she is the primary caretaker for those children. And I commend her for it. But she can't move around and travel with her boo like she used to. So it sounds like she's tired of him being gone. Just cut it off. Break up. Please. Now, I'm not going to go over what happened to Jock's brother, who we did see on the show seasons ago, and his children. I think it's an unfortunate situation and it's sad. But I also like to respect people regardless of them being public figures and on television. Like children passed away. A father is now being accused of negligence. And, you know, I feel for Jock. It seems like he's dealt with a lot of death during his last few years on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and just in general in his life. So I don't think it's appropriate to like comment on the topic. You guys are more than welcome to in the comments and I will respond. But I just don't think it's appropriate. But I will issue prayers out to everybody who was impacted by that because that's really sad, especially when children pass away. That's sad. But moving forward, Rashida and Sierra decide to meet up. Rashida tried to play this bullshit Mother Teresa role, talking to Sierra about her mom and wanting them to do well. You know, on one end, I'm like, I thought it was a nice thing for Rashida to do. On the other end, I'm like, Rashida's not a friend to any of these people and really does not care. I feel like this was just a way for her to have some camera time. Y'all didn't give a damn about Sierra when she went through what she went through. I just wish that Love and Hip Hop would kind of film the show in the way that like Housewives or Love After Lockup or something like that. Like, I don't need to see them constantly come together to try to act like they're friends because I don't think many of these people are. Some of them may be, but I don't think many of them are. But you know, Sierra, I do hope she work it out with her mama, and she about to look all sorts crazy if she actually really is pregnant with all them injections. The way her face about to blow up from the pregnancy with the injections worries me. This is why you shouldn't touch your face. Don't touch your face, y'all. Please don't. Now, Jock decides, or I'm sorry, I'm skipping ahead. Scrappy's new girlfriend meets his daughter Imani and Mama D. I guess him and his girlfriend are now official. I don't understand why they were in a house. Just because you're official doesn't mean you have to move in with somebody. I don't understand that. But the new girlfriend is a pretty woman. I'm sure there are rumors, but honestly, y'all not going to like me for this statement. The lowest quality of women are the type that are still interested in Lil Scrappy, in my opinion. This man is handsome, yes. And I don't know, he may have God in between his legs in the form of dick in the bedroom. I don't know. But why would you want a man with 3 baby mamas, a mama that doesn't understand boundaries, and who don't know how to pay bills or do anything, his auntie and his mama had to help him do that. Like, who relationship hops? He never takes breaks. So I don't understand why these women be wanting Scrappy. I just don't. But I hope this works out for him. I really do, because I'm tired of meeting different bitches season after season that Scrappy dates or is thinking about. What I will say is I'm proud of Diamond, or whatever her name is, for getting the hell away from him and moving on. Good for her. I hope that's really what's going on. Now, Jock meets with his family with Scrappy in the scene. We would have to remember that they are cousins. And apparently Jock's sister's an attorney. Very, very intelligent family. But again, the sisters, like, you know, they're going to hope for bond. Not going to talk about it too much because there's not much to say. But I do appreciate Jock for showing the process, you know, online. I also think it's okay for him to like take a break from the show in situations that are serious. He just can't seem to catch a break. And I'm wondering if all the grief in his life is like, I already thought that him and Kendra just were not meant to be and toxic for each other. However, I'm wondering if, you know, the grief, because it changes people, is impacting like how he is and how they communicate and things like that. But I guess we won't know, because Jock and Kendra don't show us shit on the show and then get on the internet and act a fool. So I don't know. Now, Erica and her girlfriend have a scene. Her girlfriend's name is Dro, like what I smoke. Erica's girlfriend, no shade to her. She very much aligns with a specific stereotype. If you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. Cancel me if you want. I ain't got shit no way. This is random. This is really random. It's given Ty Young and how she liked the date. Like, I don't understand it. Like, if you're a lesbian, if you're a woman that likes women, there's just a lot that I have questions on. But I feel like this is random. I'm like, has Erica always been bisexual, or is this like her first time really trying something different? Not sure what it is. She seems to be very happy. There are some things that came out that were concerning to me, though. The red flags. Because I actually think they're a cute couple. Like, just aesthetically in general. Where did the girlfriend come from? Like, how you meet her? What does she do for a living? Why are y'all trying to get married and be together forever so soon? Why can't you just coast and be together for like a year, 2 years? I think people forget that your engagement is a trial period to decide if you like want to get married. Like, just take your time and be. So I definitely think they need to do that. But these people are young. I'm over 30. So maybe they just think differently from my generation and how I think. But I'm just like, take your time. Like, and I got married young as well. I got married at 19. But I was with him for 3 years, you know, and I'm still with him today. So I just feel like it's okay to take your time. Now, Erica's dad is a pastor, which surprised the fuck out of me. The reason this surprised me is because we're talking about Erica Banks. She was signed to the same label as Meg Thee Stallion in the beginning. They were both known to be like the female rappers that are going to be showing their body, rapping about what they'll do to penile structures and things of that nature. Like, her brand, I'm just thinking of the Bust It Challenge in itself, the twerking, the BBLs, like, it all really goes against what a pastor will want for their child. And let's just keep it a buck. I encourage everybody to tune in. I believe it was on James's channel. We have recapped Grown and Gospel. Please see the Watch Your Mouth Reviews collabs playlist. You can look into that. But there's a bunch of PK kids on there. So I was surprised to hear that her dad was a pastor. But then in addition to him being a pastor, she wants to tell her dad about a potential marriage. And I'm like, why would you tell your dad about a potential marriage? Why not at the very least try to respect some of his tradition? Like, I get that he's a pastor, and yes, Christianity is not for same-sex marriage, right? We know that. I'm not about to attack this pastor for this. I feel like they're using this for a storyline. I'm not for it. Here's the thing. If they want to be respected and their choice is to be married as a same-sex couple, that's fine. But I believe LGBTQ community also needs to be respectful and cognizant of acknowledging other people's beliefs as well, even if they don't like them, you know? So I feel like they're setting up some bullshit on a controversial topic that affects actual people in real time on the show. And I'm hoping it's not that. I'm really hoping it's not that, but I feel like it is. I know that this is a very real thing that people who are in the LGBTQ community go through. Like, this is part of why many people struggle to come out or stay, you know, hidden and hide their sexuality for the duration of their lives. Like, I understand that. However, some things I don't always need to see on TV, and I feel like she knows how her father will react. So if she knows that her father's going to react in a way that could be triggering or offensive to people in that community or outside of that community, then just keep it. Just keep it. But we'll see. We will see. She does seem happy with Dro, though. I can't lie. And Dro seemed happy with her. But I just think they need to slow it down. Now, Zayn and Ashley decide to meet up and have lunch. They discuss her getting surgery on her titties. And I was actually on Zayn's side. I think and it's not about for the ignorant women that want to make it like, oh, it's my body, my choice. When you get married, you're choosing to share your body with somebody else. It doesn't mean that they have a full choice in everything you do, but you consult with them. You discuss with them what you do before you do it. Before you do it. My husband would look at me crazy if I called him like, hey, can you pick me up at the hospital at 6 o'clock? Because I'm going to have my titties done. I'm getting the breast job. He'd be like, wait, what? Like, you got to warn people about that. That's a serious thing. And then to have surgery in general, like, your life is automatically put up at risk. That's why, like, I believe James said this on his little partial welcome back live. He mentioned it. He was like going through surgery because he just had his first surgery. He said, I cannot understand why anybody would want to electively do this. And I agree. I've also had surgery, not for plastic surgery, but like a stomach surgery. And I would not wish that on my worst enemy. It's not fun. So it's weird that she wants to do this. I get that it's your body, your choice. But if your man is telling you he like your body and he's happy with your body, like, why are you trying to change it? What I think has happened here, and Zayn kind of called it out, and I liked how he approached it. Yes, Zayn ain't shit, but he made it. He's like, I've known you for 12 years. Now you suddenly interested in this now that we in front of cameras and stuff. I think that Ashley may be succumbing to the pressure of being a public figure, social media, especially after someone like Rashida's roasting her wigs and her outfits and things of that nature. You could tell that she is hearing the critiques of her and coming back on television and trying to change that. Ashley's beautiful to me. I don't think she needs surgery. If she thinks she needs surgery, fine. However, I think she needs to consider important things. I'm tired of them showing surgery and trying to make it's my body, I want to feel good, or, you know, about other things. Show real stuff, like the fact that once you get your titties done, you become like a car and you're going to need a tune-up every couple of years or you could get sick. Like, tell us and show everything about it, because I am kind of tired of everybody, you know, idolizing surgeries. I feel bad for the next generation of CNAs, because whenever everybody's old, can you imagine old people with BBLs just shaped funny in the nursing home? Can you imagine it? Hot mess express. But I don't know. I'll see what happens. If she has her surgery, have her surgery, but no need to do it on camera. But this episode pretty much ended with Jock and the family on the way to court on behalf of his brother. We didn't get to see what happened as of yet. It looks like we'll know more next week. I appreciate everybody who's watching. I also appreciate those who watch when we're no longer live. I am a full-time student as well as working full-time, so I have been struggling with getting these lives out earlier in the week, but regardless, I will always get them out. We are going to do, I just lost my thought on what show I'm doing next. Housewives of Miami. I'll be live doing that next. Other than that, I appreciate everybody for supporting the channel. I hope you like the video, and I'll see y'all next time. Adios.